the sound of the alarm clock. So nasty. When I changed my alarm ringtone to a song by Melanie Martinez, it still didn't help me get out of bed. So I had to put the louder sounds of the rock song on the ringtone. I lazily reached for my phone to turn off that screaming fiend, but it ended up falling in my face. Psh! I snorted, turning off my alarm and getting off the bed. America is a cool country for me, at least different from my home country in many ways. I am here to become a professional translator, but I am too lazy for that. But I like learning English. I hurriedly took a shower and brushed my teeth before changing into a comfortable thin weather skirt and stockings. Living in a strange family was at first wild for me, but I quickly got used to the new people around me. Even little Lulu constantly hugs me and calls me a big sister. It's cute, of course, but so embarrassing. Her older brother Brian is not very friendly towards me. He mostly just frowns at me and occasionally talks to me. Even after 3 years, he still hasn't gotten used to me. In any case, I'm quite happy with it. I don't want to touch that evil thorn. Miss Evans cooked a delicious breakfast as always, so I'm still not accustomed to bothering her about it. She says that I already help out around the house and spend class time with Lulu, so it's a huge help for me to do that for them, so they happily make meals for me. I hurriedly ate my breakfast, thanked my American family for the delicious meals, and ran out to the hallway in time to grab my school bag. I quickly hugged my little sister, asking her not to put makeup on her brother without me, and left the house after hearing, "Have a nice day, dear." I delightedly breathed in the morning air and smiled at the sky. I walked to the school, sadly putting on my headphones and sighing softly at the thought. My real parents never say these words to me every morning. I calmly walked into the main hall of the school, sighing a little heavily. Everything is as usual, only this is a high school and it's much harder as an exchange student. But I won't let myself lose heart. I quickly glanced at the display on my phone and checked how much free time I had left before class. Biology lesson. I would never have thought that I would want to learn about different preparations for embalming bodies and more about the structure of the body. Well, I would definitely pass the test with an excellent mark. I snorted as I slowly made my way up the stairs to the third floor. All the same, the school, also not very big, has a bunch of flights of stairs. There are many students standing here and talking about something. Someone hastily repeats the school material of books, and some even communicate with teacher like that girl of small stature. I can tell from her face that she's happy to talk to the teacher. She just hides it well. This is really familiar to me. But why? This is my usual biology class. A slightly shabby model of a human skeleton in a laboratory cabinet. A huge blackboard, a teacher's desk littered with notebooks and books, set students sitting at their desks, and my unfortunate friend who's little perverted. At least she constantly asks about my personal relationship, which I didn't have at all. I blush all the time when she asks me about intimate things. Is it really that interesting to know? I quietly sat down at the desk and shuddered a little irritably from her strong hugs. If she asks something vulgar again, I swear on Manakuma's ripped ass that I will push her off her chair. All the same, she helped me when I first set foot in this school, and she introduced me to some of her friends who are surprisingly not vulgar at all. But I'm only communicate with them on business, and I'm constantly busy learning English after school. I may have to go to work and hire a paid tutor, so I'm too busy to walk with someone. I like to calm more lately. I fidgeted a little nervously with the pen in my hands, sometimes angrily squinted and just mean when she tried to ask me if I like more American guys or Ukrainian ones. Also, she knows that guys piss me off, but she still asks stupid questions. Also, she's just wondering how a Ukrainian girl differs from an American one in many things. But why does she need to ask some personal things? I thought too much about it before I realized that the lesson had already begun. Biology class was pretty tiring. But the drama lessons was more fun with my stupid jokes. Even our teacher liked it because he constantly twitched his eye and nervously jerked his head. The history lesson was even more interesting than usual. How Americans used to live, wars, constant disputes between peasants about religions. You can call me sick, but I'm really interested. Phew. It's been half a day and I'm still walking around the school like a zombie who wants to eat the brains of all the teachers. Nah. I leaned back against the cold wall and closed my eyes. Mom is most likely asleep. She hasn't read my message since yesterday. She seems to be really mad at me. Cassandra, are you out of your mind? What's the volleyball competition? Have you forgotten why you came to America? Hear that crap again and I will take you back home. I don't want to talk with you anymore. I ignored Shannon, who was offering me a sweet cinnamon bun, and scowled into the math room. After so much time, I studied tirelessly, but I can't even make myself a normal rest. I hope I can kill someone with a ball for volleyball and it will cheer me up. I grimly hissed under my breath and sat down in my seat. Even Jasmine just patted my shoulder approvingly and said nothing. Thank you. I mentally thanked my friend and focused on my thoughts until the math teacher came. You can calm my nerves if I solve quadratic equations 5 times in a row, which surprises only losers who these equations will cause a panic attack. But only physical education helps better, because in these lessons you can realize all your anger, sadness and even joy. I want to hit the wall with the ball so hard that whitewash falls off it. I got lost in my thoughts again, wearing my favorite black and pink tank top and jogging shorts, occasionally chewing on the ends of my long hair gathered in a high ponytail. Sneakers, socks, sweet, and a hard workout, all as usual. My mood immediately improved when I got a bouncy ball in my hands. I don't like to practice baiting in pairs. The ball is the best partner. He always hits my ball and even with more power, which makes training more gambling and mobile. I wave of the hand and the ball flies at the speed of sound and hits the wall, which makes some students flinch and move away. I'm extremely unfriendly right now. Are you saying that I'm not trying hard? What do you even know about how I study? Sweat runs down my red face as my hand slowly turns red from hard hitting the wall. I don't sleep at night and almost cry. How hard is it for me to learn grammar? These are my problems, I know. Stop reminding me about this. My hands are trembling with pain, but I don't feel it, because mental pain is always more painful than physical. Just leave me alone. I'm responsible and work hard. Hands are covered with internal bloody smudges, and the ball sometimes rolls the ball in my face, but my arms are always beat off around the tacks. I will be better than you. The ball flew off to the side and I ran about it without noticing that someone was in my way and knocked down a person. I realized that I was lying on someone, rising on my elbows and removing myself through bangs to my side to see who I hit with myself. It was a girl whose face was pure fear, surprise and incomprehension of what had happened to her. I involuntarily blushed at the position we were in and that our faces were unforgivably close to each other. Damn, are you okay? I'm sorry. I still looked at her hypnotized and didn't move, driving her face into the red paint with such behavior.